Reynolds Mint Mobile sells to T-Mobile in $1.3 billion deal. Reynolds will continue to serve in a creative capacity for the mobile carrier. So they're like, listen.
This guy just keeps succeeding.
They're just like, listen, we're going to buy this Mint Mobile, but you're not going anywhere because you've been doing such a damn good job marketing the thing. You're not going anywhere, Ryan. We're going to cut a side deal with you to stay involved with the brand. Well, he was a minority owner apparently in the deal, and I honestly think the best part, and I think we've done some sponsorships for them in the past, the best part was the general mood around the brand because Ryan Reynolds did a great job, even with his own gin, the drink, the aviation. Like, he's got such a nice little mood to him, what he's putting out there. People don't seem to get mad about it. They're like, they're like, you can sell me something. It's no problem. Go ahead. You sell me. It's fine. Actor-producer Ryan Reynolds has cut his first billion-dollar deal. Mint Mobile, the wireless firm that counts Reynolds as a minority owner, has been acquired by wireless giant T-Mobile in a deal that could value the startup at $1.35 billion. The actual payout will depend on the performance of the brands before and after the deal closes. T-Mobile will pay the deal in 39% cash and 61% stock. It is not immediately clear how much Reynolds will personally see from the deal, though he is said to own between 20 to 25% of Mint Mobile, implying a low 9-figure payday.
Wow.
9-figure.
That's not bad.
9.
So like maybe 300 million?
I like that you just came to that number for us there, Will. Could be something like that. Mint Mobile is the best deal in wireless, and today news only enhances. What's interesting about this deal is that my understanding is that Mint Mobile was already kind of operating on the back of these other carriers as a what do they call it? NVMO? Is that the terminology?
Is it kind of like Fido and Rogers here?
Well, no, because those ones are part of the bigger groups now. Mint Mobile was on its own LLC, but working on the backbone, essentially buying. It was on a virtual network operator in the United States on the T-Mobile network.
Oh, so it's kind of like Wind Mobile.
I believe Wind has some of its own frequency bands.
Oh, yeah?
So
I think at first I thought the
other ones would be
Virgin Mobile.
They became part of Bell. Here in Canada, we let the two big ones, the three big ones, buy everything. They have everything, or they. That's Telesis.
Oh, okay.
They just create their own. See, it works. The marketing works. They're like, look, you're going to actually. Wind, I believe, is independent and actually possibly foreign owned. Anyway, this is besides the point.
Yeah.
There have been others in the past. I just can't remember. Wind became Freedom, by the way.
Freedom, yeah.
I can't remember all the different brands that have been on the backbone of others. Oftentimes, Will, it would be you're at like the gas station or convenience store, and you would see these strange Chatter. No, that became part of Rogers. You're looking at Canadian ones.
Yeah.
Go to U.S. ones, and I think that this particular model is more common in the U.S. This is just the big ones here. But anyway, I recall one other than Mint from back in the day, which I also ran a few promotions for, but I'm just not remembering which one it was at the time. Oh, maybe possibly Metro PCS. Ting. It was Ting Mobile. It was the exact same idea.
Okay.
Anyway.
Did they get bought out?
I don't think so. Maybe not yet. It's just funny because you're getting bought out by the company that your company has been built on. So in the case of Mint was a customer, I guess, maybe a way to say it, a client of T-Mobile purchasing bandwidth from T-Mobile and working on top of the T-Mobile network. T-Mobile sits there and says, okay, we want more of the profit margin if we just buy them completely. And a lot of this stuff is governed by the different parties and groups that determine the rules and regulations around frequency band availability and regulation. And they say, you have to, in order to avoid anti-competitive practice, you have to make a certain amount available up for grabs to other third-party companies at a reasonable rate. So I don't know how regulators approve all this stuff, but essentially T-Mobile looks into it and says, well, as a client at whatever that rate was, we're not realizing as much of the margin as we want. So we just buy you completely, operate you independently, and get a much bigger piece of the margin via your customers directly. So that's kind of what goes on there. I mean, there's some degree of speculation in there on my part, but it's an interesting deal from that standpoint. Reynolds is no stranger to the business world. In 2020, he sold Aviation Gin in a deal worth $600 million. He's kind of doing a reverse thing where he gets involved in the earlier stages, the startup stages. Rather than getting an endorsement deal, he becomes an investor, but he acts as the endorser. And then the big brands come along and they go, well, we will buy your brand because you've done such a great job with it, but now you'll become an endorser in the kind of more traditional fashion that a celebrity would be hired. And they'll say, now you're the face of the brand, or you already have been the face of the brand, but we're going to need you to continue to be the face of the brand.
Yeah, they're not looking for a new guy, you know?
It wouldn't make any sense, right?
It wouldn't, yeah. He does such a good job at marketing.
Yeah. Under the terms of the deal, Reynolds will continue to work in his creative role for Mint. The actor has long appeared in commercials for the wireless brand, featuring his distinctive sense of humor. Humans, humor.
Do you find him funny?
I just think he seems endearing. Do you know what I'm saying?
So rooting for him? Like, you want to root for his success?
He just seems like he's having a good time. He's
Canadian.
Seems Canadian.
Yeah.
He seems kind of Canadian, and I think he's mostly steered clear of like the politics and stuff like that.
Yeah, he plays it safe or keeps it really private.
And in some cases,
Not a bad
like
guy,
he doesn't seem polarizing at all, does he?
No.
I'm sure there's been some sort of controversy because anybody with any degree of
he's a mass murderer.
Attention. well,
No, I'm just joking.
Anybody with a tremendous amount of attention has somebody who hates them. It's part of the gig, but he seems to really lack polarization, which makes for an incredible ability to sell products without people getting too upset about it.
Yeah, very safe.